Hello my lovelies and welcome back to a kooky corner of YouTube. Today, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, we're going to be looking at Stuart Semple's watercolour palette, and it is the world's coloriest watercolours, and there are 36 colours in this palette. Stuart Semple is an artist and a paint maker, or innovator should I say. He has done things like the blackest black and the whitest white, and a takeoff of the Tiffany blue called Tiff, and all kinds of beautiful things. He's got some metallics. If you want to check out his full website, then you need to go to culturehustle.com, which is where you'll find all the beautiful things that he is creating. But yes, let's get into this palette then. So this palette is quite a big one. It's quite a big one. Let's see if I can get into it without causing too much hassle. Okay, so it's a nice sturdy plastic palette with the name Stuart Semple on it. It opens out completely, which is nice. I noticed from this you've got three wells, mixing wells there. You also have a swatch card, but I'm going to swatch with you today because sometimes these aren't as accurate as they could be. I'm not saying that these aren't, but I like to do my own, and I'm sure you'd like to see it done on a piece of watercolour paper, but that's included in there as well. On top of that, you get this very useful palette. Another mixing palette will stand alone, or it can stand inside here, or it can attach to the sides. So it's literally, let me take you up a little further. So there are holes in the sides here, and this can stand in any of those to give you an extra mixing place. There's one on that side as well, so depending if you're left, right-handed, however you like to set up your palette, this is sorted for you. Also included are two water sponges there to wipe out your palette with. That is not removable. Just checking. And there is a water brush included. I'm not going to use the water brush today because I am going to use my ordinary brush because I am actually in the studio. I would probably take that out if I wanted to, because it's quite handy. You can fill this up. It's got a little stopper that you can push in there, and then when you get, leave it like that, when you get to where you want to paint, then obviously take the stopper out, attach it, and you've got quite a nice brush tip there. Yeah, so that's quite nice and a very handy thing to have. Okay, so I have prepared I have prepared a watercolour swatch sheet, so let me just pop this in there. I'm being attacked by a wire, excuse me. There we go. Don't know if that's going to get in my way or not. Let's pop it up there. Let's see if that will work. So the paint names are quite different from what you'd expect. The first one we might not be able to see. Let me take you down a little bit closer. So you can see they're laid out in four sets of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 sets of 9, and I've done mine in 6s just to be awkward, but hey, whatever you can do, you do. Okay then, so the first colour is same. I will swatch it. It is a white watercolour, hence the name. We are not going to be able to see this as well, guaranteed, because it's white on white, but we're going to swatch it just the same. It seems quite creamy. I'm just going to pull you down a little bit so you can see. You won't be able to see the paints, but you will be able to see the samples. The next one is called Soft Shock, which is a beautiful lemony yellow, I think, from the look of it. Ooh, and it is very, very bright. It's really bright. I wouldn't actually call that a lemon, I don't think. I think it's a very bright yellow. The next one is called Happy, which is also a yellow veering towards a little bit of an orange. Oh, that is really nice. That's a lovely yellow. Really nice colour, that one. And the next one is called Sensei, Japanese word. And this one is definitely getting more towards the orangey yellow. Again, very pigmented, so a really nice colour. Give it a rinsey. There are no pigment, there is no pigment information for any of the paints on the packaging or inside, so I had a look on the website but I still couldn't see anything. I think you just have to take these as they come and play around with them. That is a beautiful orange called Crush. And then the next one is called 15 minutes. It's probably your 15 minutes of fame. Oh, now that is glorious. Look at that. Superb. The size of the pans is probably much less than the usual half pan, but I don't know how deep they go. I haven't taken one out to check. Okay, so we're on to Vincent now. Presumably to do with the Vincent van Gogh. Maybe. This one is really nice as well. Very glorious red colour. Then we have Ray Gun. Get a bit more of Ray Gun in my brush there. Ooh, really nice. Another nice red. The next one is called Art Star. That's the last one on the top row. I'm smudging my paper. Stop it. A bit more water on that one. Art Star. I'm not disliking any of these colours, I must admit. They're all pretty darned good. Okay, moving on to second row. This one's called Runaway, and that is a really beautiful rose colour. Absolutely glorious. So nice, I like that one a lot. The next one is Jealous. That's really nice too. I like all of the colours so far and nothing is annoying me, and they're all very nicely pigmented. This one's simply called Pink. Clearly there wasn't a very interesting name to go for this, but maybe it is the pinkest pink, which is another of Stuart Semple's creations. This one I'm not liking as much, sadly to say. It is very vibrant in the pan, but it takes a lot of working. I mean, it's still very vibrant on the page, but it takes a lot of working to get it to show up as nicely as I'd like, and as nicely as the others are showing up. That's probably the only one I'm slightly disappointed with at the minute. Even then, not that disappointed. This one is called Bowie, or Bowie, however you want to say it. Again, this is, it's nice, but it's not giving me the punch that I wanted. I like it. I like all of them so far, as I say, but the pink and Bowie at the minute are the ones that are not in my top favourites so far, should we say. Okay, so this is called Dropout. This is a very pale, like a, I would say a wisteria, like a lilac-y colour. And again, it's not as pigmented as the other colours, like the yellows and the reds were super, super pigmented. But we shall move on. So this one is Slave. From the look of it in the pan, it looks like a nice purple, and it is. Oh yeah, now we're getting back to it. Now we're in there. You can deepen that a little bit as well. Ooh, that is a really nice violet-y colour. The next one's called Haze. I'm presuming that's like purple haze. Oh yes, I wasn't wrong. Again, another glorious purple. Really nice. Just my kind of a colour, that one. We have one called Always. I think this looks kind of Prussian-y, but I could be... Oh no, it's more of an ultramarine. Yeah, it's definitely more of an ultramarine kind of a blue, and I like that one a lot. I always have an ultramarine in my palette, generally for mixing purposes. They don't tend to use it on its own very much. This one's called Dive. This is reminiscent of, I don't know, Bright Summer's Day, and maybe David Hockney paintings, where he did a lot of paintings based on swimming pools. Reminds me of that. Okay, so that's the first 2 rows done. I'm going to kind of try and move my page up so that we can keep on track, and I'll show you the end of all of them at the end. Okay, I could move you down a little bit as well. So we've got King Zulu, which is this one. Another blue, really nice again. I was slightly sad about the Bowie and the Dropout and the pink to some degree, but they are lovely colours. Really nice. Okay, this one's called 1980, another blue. Oh, now we're back. Now we're back in the game. It's a lovely colour, that. Really like that one. This next one is called Zoltar. Oh, this has to be one of my favourites. I love this blue. That's superb. It's like a Prussian blue, maybe. Oh, but deeper than a Prussian. Indanthrone blue, something like that. Really nice. That's up there with my favourites. I love that. And this one is called Alchemy. Oh no, that's more of a Prussian blue. Yeah, definitely. Or an indigo. Good Night Sky colour, that one. Okay, so now we're on to Envy. You can guess by that name that we're into the greens now. Envy. And that's a nice, do you say sap green? Or no, it's more of a yellow, gold, green gold maybe? Yeah, more of a green gold. Venom is the next one. Very nice green name colours. That's like a proper green. Okay. Emerald City is the next one. That's Nice. It's not my favourite, but it is a nice green. Then we've got Grudge. This looks a bit like a serpentine green that I'm looking at here. Really nice. I like that one. It's like a darker version of Envy. Oh, it's definitely got some depth to it though, this one. Cool, liking that. The last one on this third row is called Loser, which is like a viridian kind of a green, I would say. Okay, the last row. So this one is called Monster. Looks like it could be another green as well. Yeah. Monster green. And I'm guessing from the next one, Swamp, we're kind of also still in the green areas. Yes, I think we are. Oh, I like that. That's a nice colour. Really like that one. Beautiful. I'm liking Swamp. Okay, so this looks like a yellow ochre and it is called Wheatfield. Yeah, that's like a yellow ochre colour. Very nice though. I'm gonna have to move you up a bit. Move you up to get these last ones in. So, the last 6. This one is called Ankanalton. Very Egyptian. I like that. Nice earthy, rusty red colour. And this one is called Bullion, which is going to be a goldy gold. Very similar to Wheatfield, have to say. Oh, I don't know what I've got in there. A remnant, let me get rid of that. Yeah, it's very similar to Wheatfield. Probably slightly more gold, but again, quite similar. Butt Nugget, that's my favourite favourite name out of all of the ones in here, and this is going to be a beautiful brown, isn't it? Oh yes, yes it is. So that's Butt Nugget. This is a lot more grainy than the other ones. I like it though. Now we're on to Stump, which is a darker brown than Butt Nugget. Very nice. Dirtbag is next but last. I've got a very loud lorry going past my studio at the moment. I have all the windows open, which is why we can hear it so well. That's quite a nice neutral, I like that. And I'm presuming that Void is going to be black. Let's see if I'm wrong. No, I think I'm right. Oh yeah, that's a black. It's not a super black. It's kind of like a soot black. Very nice though. Okay, so that's all of the colours. Whoopsie, my paintbrush has just rolled over my sample. My sample. There we go. Put that in there. Rinse out my brush. Okay, So that is the Stuart Semple watercolours, the coloriest colours. I'll just take this up a bit so that you can see the whole of the sheet. There we go. Tilt you up. So, what do you think? I think they're really nice colours. I really like them. There's a few that I'm not so keen on, only because they weren't as pigmented as the other ones. The pink actually has dried quite nicely. Quite like that now. It's just maybe the dropout one that is the one that I was hoping it was going to be a really nice lilac-y colour, violet-y colour, but it let me down slightly. But I'm more than well made up with the rest of them. Yeah, beautiful set of colours. I like the way that the palette is set up. I like the fact that you've got a nice big mixing area there, and you have then got this which you can connect there or on either of the sides to give you lots of mixing space. So there it is. This is Stuart Semple's palette, the world's coloriest watercolours. Go and have a look. Have a look at culturehustle.com. You'll probably find some other things there that you'd like to have. I know I did. I had to restrict myself to this. But yeah, pop over to Stuart's website and have a look at all the goodies there. That's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you very soon for another sample of life in Kooky Corners. Whatever we might be doing, I have no plan, but we'll get there. Again, don't melt in the heat, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.